Hey, what's going on, everybody? Scurvy from Scurvy's Reef, doing an update here on the Red Sea Reefer 250. It's been quite a few months since we've done an update or even talked about this tank, and I figured I had a few minutes, so why not go for it? Everything's looking good, doing really, really well. Really couldn't be happier. This tank is pretty much hands off at this point. You know, dosing the Triton, other methods. Don't run a refugium. Filtration's just a Nios 120 protein skimmer, and 3 or 4 milliliters of Red Sea no pox, probably 3 days a week. Don't have it on a doser, do it manually, pretty much as I think about it. No rhyme or reason to it. If I start to see the glass getting a little foggy, I'll start to dose. Otherwise, that's it. I've got a couple of the filter cups that I replace the filter socks with. Drop a bag of carbon in there and a bag of PhosGuard. Keep the phosphates in check. And like I said, it's pretty much autopilot from there. After my last update, I had rearranged a whole bunch of stuff, moved that leather out front, front right from where it had been, kind of tucked in the back, and it's definitely grown. It's grown quite a bit, actually. It's up and touching the front glass now, and I really need to adjust it again, to be honest with you. Let's see, we got the purple digi above that leather. Above that we have orange digi, which is kind of propped up on top of the orange Monty cap. You can see the Xenia in the back. That whole back corner just gets dominated with Xenia. I've been really quite lazy on pulling any of that out of late, so it needs a haircut, so to speak. What else can I say? In the middle there, you can see the pink digi. It's doing well. Gets stung by the green hammer right below it there. But only a couple of branches on the underside, just bleached out. But I can live with that. And you see the green mushrooms down there. Another small leather that was a self frag, just kind of dropped off and started growing there, so we left it. Over to the left, that green and I think it's green and blue polyp ORA cap. That thing was about the size of a tongue, literally your tongue, when I first got it. Well, I shouldn't say your tongue because that's actually pretty big. We'll say half your tongue. Well, maybe 2 inches long and 1.5 inches wide. But that's grown into a beautiful piece. It's almost a perfect bowl shape, I guess. Let's see if we'll pick this up here and zoom in. So yeah, it seems to be growing quite well. It's getting stung on the right hand side there by that frog spawn. It's kind of a green and pink tip frog spawn. A gold torch down there, which is it's killing a piece of purple digi frag that had fallen down, but I'm not really too concerned. If you look up here at the frag rack, I've got purple digi for days, so if I lose a few pieces on the sand bed, so be it. Behind the digi is a bird's nest colony. I used to have that up here on the rocks, but moved it over here, and it's just kind of been sitting on that frag rack ever since. Don't really know what to do with it. I should chop it up and I don't know, bring it into fish store, get some credit maybe, who knows. Because ultimately if it stays there too long, it'll probably end up dying. Because that's just my luck. Of course we got some glare now because I moved back. If you look up top on that frag shelf there, Sunset Monty is just taking over that rock. It grew over a ORA SBS piece. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's pretty much growing right over that. You can see it on the right hand side with a snail sitting on top. Got another SPS piece right in the middle. It's grown up and over that to a degree. It's starting to really take over that. Just really take over that whole shelf, which is about what I was shooting for. There's a media shower Cyphastria over on the left side does okay there, but eventually that Monty will just grow over it, I'm sure. Got a blue acro there as well that's about to get run over by the Monty. I'm gonna try and pop that up, pry that up, and move it to a different tank before it gets decimated. And then the Sand Dollar Monty above that, just growing up the back glass. And just leave it be. Anemone's doing okay. He's getting huge. I'm actually hoping he'll split. Last time he got really big and started stinging the pink digi. Also killed a couple of acrofrags I had up on the top of this rock here. You can see that green piece there is what's left of something that got killed. It's starting to grow out and away from where the anemone goes. I just recently changed the flow on the random flow generators. I pointed that thing straight down at the anemone to try and keep it contained. Seems to be working okay. He doesn't reach up as far as he used to. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, hopefully he splits in the near future here, and you know, we can bring a couple of those clones into the LFS for some credit. Let's zoom out here a little bit. Fish are all doing good. Got the Midnight Clown and the anemone there. He's paired up with a Da Vinci Clown. I love the contrast of the orange and black between the two of them. The Da Vinci's the male. You can see him there swimming up in the back. He's like half the size of her. It's too funny. I got them the same day, obviously, and it's crazy to see. She dwarfs him, you know. What else we got going on? Otherwise, fish are doing really well. My pintail fairy's just awesome. I think that's my favorite fish in the tank. You know, Yellow Tang's doing well. Always doing well. She's just fat and happy. And then the newest addition to the tank is this flame wrasse. Ordered it in. It was supposed to be. Let me move positions here. I'm getting it clear. Supposed to be a 3-inch flame wrasse from Live Aquaria. He came in a full 5-inch male. Just a monster. He's absolutely stunning. Not quite my favorite wrasse. Like I said, I love that pintail, but he's definitely a close second. He is just beautiful. Just beautiful. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Gorgonian's doing well. You know, that thing was about 2 inches when I got it a year and a half ago. You know, and it just grown and grown and grown. There's a better look at all that Xenia. Starting to choke out a green acro. I really got to thin that out. And you know, some nice Zoas there. Another acro up top there. Kind of a smooth skin acro. No idea what it's called. Looks small from this angle, but it's actually fairly big. If you look at it from the top down, it's about 6 inches long, front to back, and 2 or 3 inches wide. Yeah, so let's see, if we look down here at the sand bed, you'll see my green dragonette. Actually, he's a red dragonette, and he's mostly green in color. I love red, and to be honest with you, I think I'd like he's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but he's red with green stripes, and I think I'd probably like the blue one, you know, the pictures you see of the blue ones. I think I'd probably like him more, but doesn't matter, I still love that fish. Yeah, that's about it. I had bought a pintail flasher S, attenuatus, and of course I was cleaning the tank and turned my back and he jumped. It was probably a good 3-4 hours after I finished cleaning. I was, looking for him, and finally was able to get my head through the back of the stand, out the little hole in the Red Sea cabinet, and I saw him there, and I was crushed because he was a beautiful fish and a pricey fish. It was quite a bummer to lose him, to say the least. Yeah, that's about it, folks. We do have the Orphic Atlantic V4. Absolutely love the light. Best decision I think I made as far as this tank goes. We started out with a couple of Kessel 160s. From there, we bought a 4-bulb ATI fixture and mounted the 160s to it. Still wasn't getting the par levels. Corals just weren't happy. And finally back last, I don't remember the dates, but September, October, maybe as late as November, I don't remember. We bought this fixture, and I don't know, after 7, 8, 9, 10 months now, I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. Couldn't be more happy with this fixture. Gonna be doing an upgrade here pretty soon. This tank will be going away. Gonna have we're going from the Reefer 250 to a 110 gallon Crystal Dynamic, is it Crystal Dynamic? CDA aquariums, or CD aquariums. So 110 gallon, 4 foot by 2 foot by 22 inches high. So yeah, 110 gallons. So big upgrade coming for this guy. And once we get that tank in, I'm going to be buying a second Orphic fixture. Like I said, I absolutely love it. It's it made all the difference in the world with my corals. It really did. So let's see if I can drop down, give you a quick look at the sump before we cut this off. See if I can do it without getting too much glare. No, like I said earlier, really, really basic. Got the filter cups, run a bag of Phosguard, a bag of carbon. Got the Nios 120 skimmer, piece of live rock down there that's actually covered in Aptasia. But we won't speak about that. Return pump in the back, cheap Jabo doser, some dosing containers, and it's a mess. As my buddy says, it looks like a meth lab under a fish tank, which makes me laugh, but hey, it is what it is. The next time I'll dress it up nicer and hide all the wires, and it'll look a lot better. But considering this is my first reef tank, I'm extremely happy with how it's gone. We're just over 2 years now. Fired it up in late June of 2016. Just over 2 years now, and I think I've done a pretty good job. I'm pretty darn happy with this tank. I'll be sad to see it go, but very, very excited to start something new. Alright guys, well if you stuck around, I appreciate you hanging out. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, ask any questions you might want to know. And I say this every time, I'm going to try and do updates more regularly, and I never do, so I won't even lie to you anymore. I'll do one when I get to do one. All right, folks. Peace. Take care.